thanks to the supporters of channel member Igor Freitas. Here we go then, Champions League run. It's all Champions League all the time. And if we don't win it this season, I promise I will leave and go to Mexico. How's that? I think that's a fair deal. And we are starting off with the second round, second leg against Club Leon. We have already played the first leg and we beat them 1-0 at our place, which doesn't necessarily feel like enough of a lead to take into a game in Mexico. We know the Mexican teams are problematic for us, although they are a mid-table Mexican team. If we're going to lose to the team 10th in Mexico when we're the dominant MLS champions, we've won the Supporters Shield twice in a row. We're right up there at the top of the table again after our start this season. If we're going to get knocked out by them, we really are never going to win it from the MLS, so we'll have to go to Mexico. So I guess it's for the best. Club Leon play at Estadio Leon, which is in a place called Leon. Should we go to Leon? One day I'm going to need somebody to go back through the playlist and work out if during our time in MLS, I've shown you more stadiums in America or Mexico, because I feel like it's always the Mexican ones we're looking at because we focus on them more in the episodes. But this is the city of Leon. That's where Estadio Leon lives. It looks like a real football stadium with a very fancy bit of seat art on it. And I see this looks like a proper old school football ground. I could imagine this being anywhere in Europe, Spain, Italy. I mean, these logos on the seats are absolutely awesome. Yeah, this is my kind of place. Let's have a little look at it from the outside as well. You never know, it might be covered in grass like the stadium we saw the other day. Oh, it's opposite Office Depot and Petco. We're going to do some shopping while we're here. What a tox sell. Is that there's a Coca-Cola shop. And wow, right there on the street is the football stadium. No car park. No, I mean, it's got shops out the front of it, like normal shops with just the football stadium plonked there on top. That's so weird. Let's try and get a little bit further away and have a proper look at it. Was that a statue of a goalkeeper out the front? Did I just see? I want to have a proper look at that. That was cool. That's a very cool statue. Statue. But I want to get over here and try and have a look at it from a little bit further away. It looks like a very busy city. And yeah, there is the football stadium, just literally plonked in the middle of it, which is awesome. Proper city centre, walkable football stadium. I am on board. Although if you're on the other side of the road, it looks like it's a pain in the trousers to cross over. Although those two just have. So they're all right. They've managed to cross over the street. I mean, to be fair, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 10 lanes. That's a big, busy road. I might just not cross it. Apparently only holds just over 30,000, but it looked enormous from the angle we were just looking at it from. But let's not worry about that, I guess. Let's worry about going there and winning the football match. And this is the team we are taking to do exactly that. It's Yamoa in goal, a back four of Skrielj, Contreras, Fus and Nabil, Pani and Grimmer in midfield, Velez, Estevez and Unlove behind big Kurt Villakazi up front. And goodness me, do I need my big boy up top to repay the faith I've shown with him over the summer? Because not only have I kept him at the club, I mean, I was always going to keep him, but not only have I decided to maintain my faith in him and not replace him, we've also made him club captain over the summer. So Kurt Villakazi, at only 22, is club captain of Charlotte FC. He is the man who needs to lead us to the promised land of winning the Champions League. And I've never known him have a good game in continental competition, at least not in North America. He was pretty useful, if I remember, down in Africa when we were still at Stellenbosch. But he just does seem to go noticeably missing in these big matches. But I'm hoping the added responsibility of being our leader will encourage him to put in a performance in a big game. There he is, back to goal, plays it all the way back to Contreras. Some nice hold-up play from Kurt Villakazi. I don't understand why he's wearing the number 11 shirt now, by the way. Every time we sign a new player, I hit auto number. I've never known that change existing squad numbers before, but I guess it has. And, I mean, he's just missed an absolute sitter again. He's lost the number 9 shirt, hasn't lost the ability to miss from point-blank range in a big continental competition. So some things never change, but we still love you, Kurt. Now please do a football goal, for goodness sake. Who is our number 9 now? Let me have a look at the subs bench, and it seems we don't have one. So we've taken the number 9 shirt off of Vilakazi, given him the 11, which is inexplicable, and there's not really any explanation as to why. I mean, I'm not going to argue. Who was number 11 before? I feel like it was Unlove. Unlove's now number 8. Was he always number 8? Why is it changing my squad numbers? Foos was number 2 previously. He's now number 4. So apparently auto number just does randomly change the numbers now. When in the past it just allocated numbers to new players, it apparently changes them all around. It is worth pointing out, I think I mentioned it, we are ahead from the first leg. We're 1-0 up, so a 0-0 is fine. And as we know, away goals are a thing in this competition. So if we can grab a goal, then we do put ourselves in a very, very strong position. We'd be 2-0 up with an away goal in the bank as well. 1 goal from us means Leon would need to score 3 just to... I mean, I was going to say avoid extra time. If we score, there's no way they can avoid it. There's no way extra time can happen because away goals happens at the end of 90 minutes. Cross into Vilakazi. I mean, he's so long. He had no business getting onto the end of that cross. He did much better there than with the much more difficult chance that he had in the first half. Still not able to keep it down, but didn't really have any right to get to that one. It was a good cross from Velez. And once again, it is our wide men who are proving to be our main threat, our best creative players. But we do need the guy in the middle to convert the chances, and he just hasn't again. So Condori's going to come on. We're also going to take off Estevez and bring on Runnison. And for my final trick, I think we'll remove Grimmer and bring on Person to play in midfield. If we confirm our substitutions, we could do without them scoring here. Oh my word. Is that a penalty? That is Foos has given away a penalty. Our time at Charlotte could be about to end, because if we get knocked out here in the second round of the Champions League, it just becomes clear it doesn't matter how good we become in the US, we're never going to win it from America. We've got to go to Mexico. And that's problematic. Yamoa catches it. There's few things in life I love more than a goalkeeper catching a penalty. Never mind saving it. When they catch it, it is one of the most awesome things that you can see a footballer do. Prencher's going to come on for Skrielj, and I think we're going to take off Contreras. We're going to bring on Deluli. We want Deluli's Champions League pedigree, and we'll have him score from a corner here. Apparently we won't. We had a corner. We were going to see it. We were going to see the highlight, but clearly making the substitution took the highlight away. And I think we're going to scrape through by the skin of our teeth against mid-table Mexican opposition. It really does underline how far ahead of America Mexico is in football in terms of Deluli. Was that Deluli or it might have been Pani? One of them very nearly scoring a goal to rubber stamp it. I mean, we've done the XG today. It pains me to say it, but once again, I think the only reason we've not won comfortably is because Kurt Vilakazi's not turned up for a big match. It falls to Runnison, Foos, Runnison, and there is the away goal, the winning goal. It's 1-0 on the night, 2-0 on aggregate. It's 95 minutes gone, and we are in what I think is the quarterfinal coming up next. I'll have to double check. I don't know what comes after the second round. Is there a third round, or is it straight into a quarterfinal? This is a good goal. I felt like we probably should have had the crack there initially, but Runnison obviously just wanted to adjust his angle ever so slightly, but he does grab the goal. It is a hugely important one, and we are in the next round. Can we see what the next round is? Gordon Jordan's leaving, by the way, which is a shame. He had a great name, but we were never going to use him. Yamoa definitely gets a pat on the head for catching a penalty. And do we see what round it is next? It is it's the quarterfinal. So we're facing Club America, who are 1 spot above Club Leon in the league. We're going to play the first leg and these in-betweeny matches off camera, and I'll be back in a moment. Time will barely pass for you. We'll have the second leg against Club America? Well, we beat Club America quite comfortably in the first leg, a 3-0 win over them with a rotated team as well. I'm trying to set up some jeopardy for the second leg. And we have set up jeopardy in the league by losing to New York City. But hopefully we'll be gone before the season is even over in the league, so we don't need to worry about it. We are off to Club America for the second leg. We've seen Estadio Azteca before, so we don't need to go and have another look around it. But this is the team we're sending there to get us into the semi-final of the Champions League. It's Yamoa in goal, a back forward of Skriel, Contreras, Fus and Nabil, Pani and Grimmer in midfield, Velez, Estevez and Unlove behind Vilakazi up front. Come on, 3-0 up. We just don't balls this up. It should be relatively simple to just not balls this up from here, you would think. You would think. But, you know, we did our best to balls things up last year. What was it? Was it semi-final? I think it was semi-final. We got knocked out last year rather than quarterfinal. So we did make it further than this last year. But I'm starting to get nervy because we are getting close. I don't know why I've crossed my fingers. We are getting close to achieving stage 3 of 5 in our Pentagon challenge. Look at Kurt Vilakazi going past his man. He's turned provider for Velez, and Kurt Vilakazi's turned up in a big knockout game, and he looked like a real boy there. That wasn't just stand in the 6-yard box and head it in. He was being a proper captain. Look at that. He's gone out wide. That touch looked so heavy, but he's made it onto it. It's a fantastic cross. And Velez, who, I mean, to be fair, Velez started at centre forward in the first leg. It probably is Velez's position. He's a striker. And I think if we were to be here super duper long term, I could certainly see a situation where Velez and Vilakazi play up front together with maybe someone else coming in on that left-hand side. That is Velez done. So someone else is going to have to come in on that left-hand side. It's going to be Lenning. It probably wouldn't be him long-term because he's old. I think he's 29, but he should be fine. As long as Velez... See, this is where the jeopardy comes in with this Champions League run. Because if we lose Velez for any serious length of time, he was the best player in the Champions League last season. He's been very important for us again this season. And if we lose him for a significant amount of time, it's one of the positions we don't really have a backup in. Lenning is all we've really got. Like if we lose Unlove on the right-hand side, although it's not ideal because he's our best player, we've still got Davids, we've still got Hall, we've got options on the right, we've got options in midfield, we've got options up front, we've got Condori, Velez could go up front. We've got options everywhere, really, even in goal now, apart from on that left wing, where although Lenning is good, he's not close to the level of Velez. And a lot of the rest of the squad can be used interchangeably. So losing Velez is a big loss. Vilakazi's hit the post. He's getting closer to scoring in front of you lot for the first time in forever. So we all remember he is a very good striker. Remember, he scored at nearly a goal a game last season in all competitions. He is a very, very good striker. He's just one of those stat padding little rascals that you get from time to time. And I think if we do manage to get the job done this season, I'm going to have a difficult conversation with him because I don't think I'm taking him to South America with me. I don't think we'll have the money to take 3 or 4 this time the way we did when we came here. And I think if I have to choose one to take with me, Unlove is probably the guy who's coming on an adventure. If I can bring anybody on an adventure, he's probably the one who I think could slot into a team in Brazil most comfortably. Or Velez. Velez is Colombian, so it would make sense to take him to South America. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone who's been with me since South Africa who comes with me on the next step of the adventure. Maybe it is Velez. That's good work from Pani. I'd like some continuity. I know we didn't have any between Japan and South Africa, but that was more to do with the cost. We couldn't afford to bring them into South, and we might have the same thing now. We couldn't afford to take Vilakazi scored. We couldn't afford to take anyone from Japan to South Africa because there was more money in Japan than South Africa. We might have the same problem if we end up in, say, Brazil. I suspect there's more money in MLS than there is in Brazil, so we might not be able to take anybody. But we could then tee up for the final stage of the journey. Somebody from Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, wherever we end up, could then come with us to Europe for the final leg. So there'll be more continuity in the series, even if we can't do it in this next step. But we probably shouldn't worry too much about that. until the job is actually done. I know we're 2-0 up on the night, 5-0 up on aggregate. We're in the semi-final. This stage of the job is done. But the semi-final is where we slipped up last year. So we don't want to be counting our chickens before they've hatched. Although it is very nice to see us so comfortably and confidently beat one of the Mexican teams. It lets us know that it's doable. I don't think there's a team in Mexico who can guarantee they're going to beat us. We can beat them all on our day. It's just we don't have our day often enough. Although both legs of this tie, we have looked a lot more competitive than we have in the last goodness knows how many games against Mexican opposition. It could just be that Club America are not very good, or it could be that we're finally working out how to hold our own with the Mexicans. And as I say that, they grab a goal. It's only a consolation goal. They're not going to score 4 more. Or in fact, they need 5 more because of away goals. They'd need to beat us 6-2 to get through 6-5 on aggregate. Because a 5-5 aggregate draw, we win on away goals. And Skriel has now made it 3-1 on the night, 6-1 on aggregate. It's a thrashing, boys and girls. We've come to Mexico and we've handed out a total thrashing. We're trying to get Estadio in behind now. We can't, and I think it's probably time to save some tired legs. We're doing 5 changes here. Prencha's coming on. We're going to bring on Person and Runnison and Condori and Ibarra. We can't bring on Ibarra. Okay, well, that's fine. Estadio can stay on. But everyone else can have a little bit of a rest and just see the game out. In fact, I think now is probably the time to drop a little bit of praise. We've played very well across both legs. Yamoa just comfortably collecting the ball from the long ball forward from their goalkeeper. Are we going to do a counter-attack goal here, or are they? It's a weird highlight. I don't know why we're seeing this. It feels like something has to happen, or else it's a very odd highlight to show me. And we have got a very tired midfield. Yeah, it was them who were going to do a goal. They're still not scoring 4 more. In fact, 4 more is not enough. They still need 5 more. They're not scoring 5 goals in the last 20 minutes. That being said, maybe we don't need to drop praise when it's only 3-2. Or do they see it as 6-2? I've never fully understood how the players see a situation like this in Football Manager. Do they consider themselves to be 6-2 up or 3-2 up? Nobody knows. I mean, they look quite sad, some of them. So maybe, I don't know. Is it because since they've been on the pitch, all they've done is concede? Is that why they're looking sad? They're happy now. I don't understand. I don't understand human emotion in real life, never mind in Football Manager. Right, Villacazzi plays it out to Condor. It's nice to have Kurt Villacazzi playing a full match and playing really well in a Champions League knockout round. He scored 2, made another, and I think this might be a man of the match performance from Kurt Villacazzi in a Champions League quarterfinal. This could be the making of him. If he can carry this through to the semi-final and final, if we can have MLS Kurt Villacazzi in the Champions League, it's been a near perfect performance from him. He's ended on a 9.8 there. That's the man we need, our captain, to turn up for the next round, especially because we're going to have to do it without Jesus. He's going to miss both legs. Might be back for the final if we get there. Monterrey are another mid-table team. It's just all the mid-table Mexicans. We'll take it, though. No, we're not going to place him on the injury list. That's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow we have semi-final and maybe final. I know I did say I would stream finals, but as I'm recording this, I'm about to drive to Skegness, and as you're watching it, I'm in Skegness. So I can't stream from Skegness because I don't think they have the internet there yet. So we'll just have to do it off stream, and we'll be back with some streaming maybe next week. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe a little treat. We'll maybe stream a job hunt if we get that far. But for now, if you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much to my Patreons for your awesome support. And thank you very much for watching.